All right, looks like I'm back with this second attempt at this live stream. I was getting a message about the bit rate being too low. It didn't seem to matter though. The video looked good. So what I was doing is I was hunting sideband connections for winter field day, and I stopped on 10 meters. So let's go back and see if we can find some more. That's another net going on. Let's do this. That's Parks on the Air. Don't want Parks on the Air right now.
Whiskey 3 Delta. Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar Golf. Yeah, thank you. It's Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar Golf. Delta Oscar Golf. How did you get a call like that? That's cool. One hotel one. Thank you very much. Yeah, please copy 3 India Delta Echo. And you are Alpha Golf Papa, right? I certainly hope so. Thanks very much for Alpha Golf Papa. Yes. Delaware, I've been excited there for a moment. November 7th, America, Germany, Portugal. Over. Thank you very much. Nice talking to you. 7-3. Have fun. 73. Delaware is a hard one to get from here. You are good in 7-8. So this is 0 India Kilo.
All right. I've already talked to him on 10 meters.
And 0, Park US 4391.
Parks on the Air. Can barely hear that. It's a QRP station. Okay, Alpha 2, November, Oscar, Oscar. See if I can get him. I'm working the winter field day. I'm hunting for sideband contacts right now. But of course, I gotta wait for it to come back now. I'm just hunting right now, but if you want me to get on a certain frequency, just let me know. Alpha 2, November, Oscar, Oscar. Nah, she's faded out on me. I can't hear her anymore. So I'll move on.
November 6th, uniform whiskey Quebec. Copy that. Thank you for the Oklahoma. Anybody else? This is KI5WWT.
Sounds like a CB.
Whiskey 5 Tango X-ray. Is that a right?
Whiskey 5 Tango X-ray. That is someone near me here.
Yeah, I like the Texas. That's the contest. Okay, I have November 6th uniform whiskey Quebec. I am also a one hotel. And my section is Sierra Victor. Copy that.
Ah, that's Matt. I've seen Matt out at Cedar Hill State Park.
Okay, you're moving in here, Northern California. Anybody else? That's the KI5WWT. Quebec Bravo Delta. Quebec Bravo Delta. Come again?
I'm not getting his call sign either. I'm hunting
I may have this wrong. I got a kilo
sideband right now. If you got a frequency and you want to try to make a contact, just put it in the chat and I'll see if I can reach you. I'm running the FT991A at 70 watts. And right now I'm running on the in-fed antenna. If you don't know the rules for Winter Field Day, go over to winterfieldday.org. It explains the frequencies and the exchange that you can use. Let's see if I can hear this guy this time.
As a young man, and then as I got older, I used to go to always enjoyed that. Okay, 73, then if you're in the contest, anybody else? That's the KI5WWT.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango.
Okay, I have a whiskey. Come again?
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango.
Kilo India 5, whiskey Tango. Can I get your exchange, please?
My state is Texas. The exchange is 1 Hotel November Tango X-ray.
Oh, yeah, just keep coming in with those Texas stations. You probably heard me. I've spent some time in Texas. Always enjoyed it. Anyway, I have November 6th uniform whiskey Quebec N6UW2. I am Sierra Victor. Sierra Victor. Copy that.
Can you repeat the exchange again, please?
Okay, I am November 6th uniform whiskey Quebec. I am a one hotel, and my section is Sierra Victor. Sierra Victor. Copy that.
Roger, the 1 Hotel Sierra Victor 73, and thank you for the call.
Okay, and thank you for the contact. Anybody else?
All right. Sorry, it's kind of hard to hear him. He was this November 6th, Uniform Whiskey, Quebec. And the exchange was this: 1 Hotel, Sierra, Victor. And I will save that. Get rid of that window. Don't need it. There he is. All right. I'm going to try to hunt a few more, and then I'm going to find a frequency to call CQ on. And I'm just watching my waterfall, looking for anything.
Roger. Also, great signal coming back as well. 7-3. QRZ, winter field day from Whiskey 3, Zulu, Golf, Delta.
Whiskey 3, Zulu, Golf, Delta.
Kilo Bravo 5, Tango X-ray. 1 India, Eastern Pennsylvania. Roger, Roger. Thank you very much. 7-3. QRZ.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Good afternoon. 1 India, Eastern Pennsylvania.
Roger, copy 1 Hotel, November, Tango, X-ray.
Roger, 1 Hotel, November, Tango X-ray. Thank you. QRZ from Whiskey 3, Zulu, Golf, Delta.
And you don't necessarily have to give a signal report. They're just interested in the exchange. All right, see that large orange thing over there? That's more traffic. I gotta see if I can get over there. Right about there. Kilo Charlie 1 something. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Roger. Please copy 1 Hotel, November, Tango, X-ray. November, Tango, X-ray. 73. Oh, that signal was strong when I started, but then it faded out on me. And we're up to 21 sideband calls. Let's see if I can find some more. Now, if I was using my FT891, I don't have a waterfall, so I would just have to blindly scroll around trying to find connections.
Kilowatt Zulu, Watt Mike, Kilo Alpha 2, Delta Hotel India. We have a kilowatt Zulu. Kilowatt Zulu. Go ahead, please. Kilowatt.
This guy's audio sounds great. 28490.
Kilowatt Zulu 1 mic, and please come back with your code there, Roger. 2 Oscar Charlie Tango. 2 Oscar Charlie Tango. USL. USL. Thank you for your patience. AZ1M with a 2.
I'm gonna have to wait for this.
Charlie Tango. Roger.
There's at least another person waiting. I gotta see if I can get in.
2 Oscar, my bad. Thank you for your patience, and have a beautiful weekend. Good luck. Alpha Juliet 6, X-ray whiskey.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Whiskey Tango. And it sounds like the signal faded.
I'm writing everything by hand. Hope you're doing okay. Kilo 1, Quebec sugar. Alpha Juliet 6, X-ray whiskey. Go ahead.
It's Alpha Juliet 6 X-ray whiskey. It's in Sacramento.
Kilowatt 1, Quebec Sierra 1 hotel with a Mike Oscar. Roger. Thank you. 1 hotel and Sierra Victor, Sacramento Valley. Here, I don't know if I'm supposed to get signals. Think you're 59059. Roger.
You don't have to give signal strength. You can, but you don't have to.
Keep saying code, so I'll put that one right again so I can say it correct. Thank you for your time, Mr. Dan. And thank you for realizing I have no need for the S signals. Roger. Thank you again. First time I've ever tried it. It's kind of fun. Have a beautiful day in beautiful Missouri. This is AJ6XW.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Whiskey Tango.
Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike Charlie. Again, please. Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike Charlie. I'm not sure how to respond to like 5 or 10 people. Once I can even pull out 2.
All right, he's got a pile up, so I'm gonna skip that.
Whiskey 2 Alpha Whiskey.
When you get above 500, that's the extras and usually DX stuff. Sounds like he's off frequency a little. Whiskey 1 Bravo Papa Tango. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Whiskey Tango.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Whiskey Tango. Go ahead.
Roger, please copy 1 Hotel, November Tango X-ray.
Copy or 1 Hotel, November Tango X-ray. Please copy 2 Hotel, Charlie Tango.
Roger, 2 Hotel, Charlie Tango. 73, and thank you.
All right, 17, good luck. Yours at that.
Oh,
Whiskey 2 Alpha Charlie Yankee. Go ahead.
hit the wrong button there.
Copy your 1 Hotel here at Tango X-ray.
Again, we are still hunting sideband because it's so easy. Just find something on the waterfall and go to it. All right. So I've scanned 10 meters twice. Let's see if I can find something open. open frequency. I want something in the low 300s where all the technicians are. There's something in there very low. I can barely hear it at 310. I don't hear anything on 305. And just because I'm a nice guy, I will check the POTA spot page to make sure nobody's on 28305. Let's go 10 meters sideband. Ah, there is somebody on 305 there. Now I'm not hearing them, and I could just call CQ, but I don't want to step on somebody's toes. That's Brazil. So they're above 305, so 305 to 330, somewhere in there. And I'll give it a second, then I'll listen on 28.308. While we're waiting, I use FL Rig, and I put the buttons here so that I can call CQ. So when I click this button right here,
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
it'll just call it out for me so I don't have to keep saying it over and over again. And if I right click this, there's another one.
Please copy 1 Hotel, November Tango X-Ray.
So if I wanted to, I could just sit here and click buttons all day. But I gotta turn the break-in on. There's the break-in. I've been listening to 28308 and no one has responded. So I'm going to start calling CQ on 28.308.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
On 28308. I'm going to see if I can spot myself.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
I don't know what this OBS is. OBS frequency ops. Let's put that up there. I've never spotted with DX Watch. This will be my first time.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
Mysteriously, I hear
CQ Field Day,
somebody
CQ
right
Field
above
Day.
me now.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
TH, you don't have to be a general to get on 10 meters. You can operate from 28.300 to 28.500.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
Might need to tune that up. I'm using the auto tuner with the end-fed.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
Yeah, the only problem with 10 meters is that probably in mid-February the signal will completely go away and you won't be able to hear anything. You may hear some South America stations every once in a while, but other than that it's dead. So like from say November to about mid-February, the 10-meter signal is good. And that's right when I first became a
CQ
ham.
Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
When I first became a ham, it was in September. And then October rolled around and 10 meters picked up, and I was out at the park making lots and lots of contacts. But then when it died in February, I didn't have anything to do.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
So I actually learned a little CW because as a tech you can do CW on 20 meters, 40 meters, and 80 meters. So I can do CW at about 14 words a minute. But then I got tired of all that and just went ahead and did the general.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
I don't know if that spot worked. Said the spot will show shortly, but I didn't see it.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
Somebody's right above me now.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day. CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
If you're trying to learn CW, don't get caught up trying to go really fast. Just take your time with it and don't worry about going online and making mistakes. Because if you make mistakes and someone's trying to tell you you're making a mistake, you probably won't understand them, so you don't have to worry about it. Just take your time, go online, make a lot of mistakes, and you'll get a lot better. The more time you spend online, the easier it gets. But I can't go above 14 words a minute, though, receiving. I can send faster, but I can't receive any faster. No one's answering
CQ Field Day,
my
CQ Field
CQ.
Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. CQ Field Day.
Probably because I'm not spotting.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
I guess I could look it up while I'm waiting. That doesn't show sideband though.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
Now that's all FT8 and RIDI. Well, there's some.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
The radio is in FT991A. That's the one that's got the HF and the FM and the C4 FM all together.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
I guess I could go to, I could go up to 20 meters and do something there. Alright, I'm pretty sure that spot that I tried to put in didn't work.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
And I'm running FL rig here to control my radio.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
So I don't have to touch the radio at all. I can just click everything here. Changing the mode, changing the bands, changing the power and everything.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
I only use it because it's free software and it seems to run pretty well. I'm going to check the DX spots. I was just on that page. While we're waiting for that, let's see if there's any.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, CQ Field Day.
Gonna see if there's any RIDI or PSK 31 being broadcast out there. What do we got here? We want 10, 15, and 20. We want CW, RIDI, and PSK. I'm gonna get my call sign out of there. You look at reversebeacon.net. They will show stations that are sending CW and RIDI. Alright, let's try a little RIDI here. So we're going to open up, what is it, FL Digi. 2020. Copy that. Let's go RIDI 45. See, the mode down here is changed to RIDI. If you can see that, I gotta get rid of that camera. It's on a different screen. Give me a second here. There it goes. Phone just buzzed for some reason. Alright, I got a ham alert from Victor Alpha 3. Let's see if I can get him on 21279. I can't hear the... There's somebody right above him.
Kilo 2, Mike Tango. Kilo 2, Mike Tango. India,
I got a second spot. That's a CW for AA1CX 280405. Set the mode to CW. But I don't hear him, so let's go back to our RIDI. I believe it's around 1480. I'm going to turn the volume down while I'm getting this set up. We need to go data up a sideband for RIDI. Bandwidth's at 3000. Alright, there's some RIDI right there. To get RIDI working, you have to line up these two lines with these here. See where it says CQ BART G? BART G is a different contest. That's not the one I'm looking for. So I will skip over that one and go check this one. Alright, there's another signal over here. That says BART G. I forget what contest that is. Let's go look. I've got shortcuts for everything that I need. Weekday calendar. There's a RIDI test today, Saturday. Okay, there's a BART G RIDI Sprint contest going on right now. And the exchange is just a serial number. So you have to keep track of the serial number, which I don't want to do right now. So I'm going to move up a few. And the lines are flashing down here, so I got to try to line up with them. It's That's another BART thing. So maybe RIDI is not going to work today because everybody's doing BART. CQ BART. Don't anything on 88. Now using FLDigi, I've preloaded so that it sends CQ, winter field day, and then my call sign 2 times. If someone answers, I'm going to send my call sign with the 1H NTX for the winter field day. So nobody's called here. Let's see what happens. I have to get my ALC right on here. So let's switch this to ALC. If I send out a 2, my ALC is up around 5, it says. Bring that down just a little. That brought it down to 3. Probably right there is okay. It's around 2. So I'm sending out CQ, winter field day, then my call sign 2 times. And I don't want that much power. That's the limitation of my auto tuner. It only does 30 watts digital. And I see my spot there. There's my first call. I click it and I answer. So now I say, I send their call sign, my call sign, and the exchange. W9 ILY did not answer though. So I will respond one more time. He responded with 1H Illinois. And I said, thank you. And FLDigi does not link to my logging program, so I got to log it manually. Got to say W9 ILY. And he was 1HIL. And it wants to put it on packet USB here, so I have to click it offline, and that'll let me go in and select the RIDI. I don't remember if it's up high or down low. Let's see. There it is up there. RIDI. And then I would hit enter. And that will log it. So there's my first RIDI contact for winter field day. And the winter field day, the RIDI, and the CW contacts are worth they're worth 2 points, and I just realized I don't need to have my headset on for doing digital. So I will continue to send out CQs. We're sending out CQs on 14088 for RIDI. There's someone up above me and someone right below me. I'm going to check both of those. Again, I have to click on the 2 bars to match it up. Now those are the BART things. So I'm going to call CQ again. My ALC is high. ALC is real high. I guess I need to leave it around 35. Or 32. Someone way above me calling. KI5WWT. Moved up to Oklahoma there. I've only made one RIDI contact, but now I'm got to make sure. There's another signal right there. It was a BART G thing. So I'm on 14088 calling CQ on RIDI. Go back over to all the signals sound the same, so it sounds like someone's coming back to me, but they're not. But I'll give it a try for a couple minutes. Just trying to get back to Just trying to get back to the reverse beacon. So if I go back to the reverse beacon network and put my call sign in here, it shows the stations that saw me signaling out a RIDI signal. And the signals are pretty strong, 33 dB and 30 and 15. 3 minutes and 8 minutes ago. I'm going to give it another try. Alright, nobody's responded, so I'm going to switch over to PSK. PSK 31. Normally you go op mode and PSK and PSK 31. But I've just got a shortcut here that sets it to PSK. And I believe PSK runs around 14070. You gotta turn the squelch on so you don't just hear everything. Alright, there. Again, you have to move this little icon, well, move these little bars over to where the traffic is. I'm not hearing anything. There's something right there. Looks like they're all spread out. There's a CQ winter field day right there. So I copy his call by clicking it. Then I respond with my call. But he picked up a N3Y first. So I'll wait for him to finish that one and see if I can get him. I think it means he's done when he sends his call sign 3 times. Well, we'll see. We'll send out. Alright, no response there, so I'm just going to call CQ. So I'm using the same macro that I use for RIDI. CQ, CQ. Let's see if anybody comes back to me. So we're doing PSK 31 on 14070, and we're using FL Digi, which is talking to FL Rig to control the radio. I've got my ham alert running. I want to see if I can actually get that PSK to show up. Alright, nobody's responding to my CQ. I did not get spotted for my CQ. Let's see. Monitoring 146520 as well, in case somebody calls out CQ. I'm gonna give them 3 more attempts for PSK to see if anybody will respond. I don't see myself spotted for PSK either here. Alright, no response to my CQ, so I will try to hunt some more. W5WX. So I click the name here and it populates it here, and I sent my call to see if he will respond, he or she. Alright, I'm waiting for this one to finish. W5WX. And now he comes back with ZQ. That says W9OU. That's a different one. I will do that. CQ Winter Field Day. W5WX. And I try to respond to them again. See if they'll get it this time. Okay, looks like W5WX and W9OU are on the same frequency, basically. So I'll move over and see if I can call CQ. I still haven't been spotted though. There's W9SMR. So I'm responding to W9SMR. He says QSL, QSL, 1HWCF. So that was W9 SMR. He was 1HWCF. And I have to go offline and say this was PSK31. I don't know, there it is up there. Then save it. There's the PSK 131. So I can say CQ again. Well, let me modify something. I'm gonna put this twice, just in case. I'm gonna call CQ again. So I've got one RIDI connection and one PSK31 connection. And you kind of have to keep your eyes on this because your call sign will pop up there, and you have to you have to wait for it, I guess. So the Winterfield A exchange is very simple. 1H NTX, NTX for North Texas. One for one station operating at a time. I've got my smaller FM radio monitoring 146.520 in case someone calls CQ there. But because both radios are not operating at the same time, I only have to use the designator of 1, H for home. Well, I got one connection, so that was good. Gonna send out one more CQ on PSK. What is my... Why I tell you. Alright, no response, so let's check these other signals over here. There's another camera in here. Into UHC. Now is that a CQ? So once I click that call sign here, it pops into where it says call up here. And that lets my macros use that call sign. Now I'm not getting spotted on the reverse beacon network for PSK, so it may not be working or something. Somebody slightly to the right of that. That's W9OU. I didn't log that first one that I had, which was alright. I'm going to take a break and I will come back. I'm going to try to find some other digital modes that are working. So I got to close this.